It's not really necessary to drain all the coolant out if you're just replacing the thermostat. There are 3 bolts that hold this part of the thermostat housing to the inside piece. Now, these bolts are steel, and this entire housing is aluminum. So this is one of the more risky parts of changing the thermostat. If you're not careful, you can break these bolts off. So we're going to be real gentle when we start these. See this? Just take a little tap here. Look at that. It's not moving. Oh boy. So, oh man. Okay. This is my worst nightmare here. That one's not moving either. Wow. Okay, I'm going to spray some penetrant down here. I'm going to go from the back side because the thread hole comes all the way through and you can feel the edge of the bolt. So I'm going to spray some penetrant on the back side and let that soak for a little bit. What I'm going to show you now takes a lot of feel. You have to be able to feel when you're going too far. You've broken a bolt in the past and you will learn that feeling. So let's see what happens after I let that penetrant soak for a while. What I'm going to try to do here is just give it a little snap. And what I'm listening for is a little crack from the bolt, okay? Here we go. Wow, that penetrant worked. Look at that. So I'm going to move it a little bit. I'm going to look back here at the back and make sure, or even put my finger there and make sure that bolt is turning. Now, I'm going to go about half a turn and suddenly it's getting very hard again. So maybe I've got just enough gap there to get some more penetrant in. I'm going to put it right in behind the bolt head here. And then I'll come right back on it. Now this time I'm going to reverse direction. I'm going to tighten it back up. See how it moves there? So that part of the threads are okay. And I'll reverse it again. And let's see how far we can bring it out this time. Wow, look at that. Okay, just one more time. It's feeling much better. And I will reverse it and run it back in. Okay, now we'll take it out. Now I might be able to get it all the way out on this one because it's starting to feel. See, I'm not forcing it. Oh man, it locked up again right there. Shoot. See, that's where you'll break the bolt, right there. When you're about, a 1/16 of an inch out, you think you're going good there, but it's locked up solid right there. So what I'm going to get is I'm going to get a T-handle because constantly flipping this back and forth is kind of a pain. I'm going to try to get a breaker bar or something that I can just sit here and rotate this back and forth while I'm continually applying the rust penetrant right behind the head of that bolt. You can see I've got it out there about a 32nd of an inch, and that's good because that means this penetrant is going to wick. Now I'm going to switch over to a box end wrench. At least in this location, I can do this. And what I'm going to do is rock it. And notice each time I back it out, I can maybe go a little further. All right, I think I just broke through that crow. Oh, there's tight again, so watch. See, I'm about 90 degrees here, so all I'm going to do is rock it. And each time I come back, I'll move it a little bit more. I'm not really torquing it, I'm just, okay, see where I am now. I've gained a little bit, okay? Now I'll come in here, I'll start again, rock it, each time. See, each time I do this, I'm not forcing it. I'm just working that penetrant into those threads, and eventually, if you're fortunate, see, it's tightening up again. I'm gonna pull, and then I'm gonna rock. Okay, we got that far. Okay, gonna stop. A little more penetrant. I hope somebody finds this helpful because it can be a sad day when you break these bolts off. See, now when I try to tighten it, it binds up. I don't care about the bolt, but I just don't want to destroy all the threads inside this part of the housing. Notice I'm not really forcing it. I'm not torquing on it. Now I'm going to run it back in. That'll carry some of that penetrant into those lower threads. Okay. Now I'm going to get the ratchet. See if we can get this all the way out. All right, as long as it's coming like this, I'll keep going. If it binds up, I'm going to move it in again. And you're going to say, well, that took a long time. Well, hey, you're going to be happy that you got the bolt out without breaking it. And in my kit, I provide you with stainless steel bolts. And don't ever put steel bolts back into your thermostat housing when you replace the thermostat. Now, one done. 2 more to go. See that? Not too bad. We've got corrosion on the bolt, but we didn't carry a lot of aluminum out with those threads, so hopefully the housing's okay. Okay, we're going to shake things up a little bit here. This has worked for me a few times. Is get some heavy-duty vibration on that bolt. Try to shake loose some of that corrosion. So I've got an attachment. It's just solid steel here on this multi-tool. And I'm going to run it at high speed like that. And we're going to bang away on that bolt. Okay, I'm going to go off camera because this is too loud, but at least you can see what I'm doing here. We're going to do this for about 2 or 3 minutes. Be sure and wear some ear protection when you're doing that. That is really loud. All right, let's just get the socket on here and see what's going to happen. I'm going to give it a little jerk. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, my word. This is going to come out of there without even any rocking. Look at that. Oh, we love this kind of success. Last one. From my experience, it's always the last one that breaks, so we're going to be really careful on this one. Okay. You hear that? That's the sound of music for frozen bolts. Oh, baby. Look at that. Now I'm going to pull this one out just enough. I want to protect those aluminum threads. I'm going to squirt a little penetrant down in there. Okay, now. Look at that. I should have probably put the vibration on the first one. So if you have a multi-tool, and you run into a frozen bolt or nut situation, you know what to do now. Please send me $5. Look at how nice these come out with a combination of vibration and rust penetrant. Look, we have no rust on the bolts, and I bet you those aluminum threads are clean. You know, you pull this off, it may take a tap or a little twist, but you're going to get coolant coming out of here, no matter how much you've drained. So make sure you have something under the car. Okay, there's our thermostat right there. We're going to pull this out, and hopefully it's not corroded inside this housing. Here's an important tip if you haven't done this before. Just remember which way the thermostat goes in. Some of these you can reverse the direction of the thermostat. So the spring is toward the engine. Now this is stuck, and I may have to get some serious pliers in here to get this out. And of course, I don't care because I'm not trying to save this, but okay, we got it out. Here's the next big thing you want to check right down in here. All right, that looks pretty good. We have to clean this thoroughly, this groove here, because that's where the seal sits. And we have to clean the face of this side. And we'll get those cleaned up. I think we're okay because I don't see any corrosion or pitting down in here. That's another really good sign. Now, when you go to install this gasket, it doesn't matter where you put it in relationship to this hole here, but make sure that you roll that lip onto the center groove in that gasket. I mean, if I tried to install this right now, it would leak. So you need to just be very careful and make sure you get this all the way around, centered up. There's a groove. All right, there, it's dropped into the groove. And then you're going to check it very closely, like this. And remember, the spring's towards the engine, so it's going to, see, you could put it in that way. But that is incorrect. This is the correct way to do it. So notice this here. Notice how clean this is. And notice how clean the nipple is. That's very unusual for an old 617 turbo diesel. So you don't use any RTV, absolutely no RTV, no sealant, no goop. This goes in dry. The only time you might have to use something like Aviation Permatex is if this is severely pitted. So that's going to go in like that, and we're ready to install that piece. And then we'll take these stainless steel bolts, and I'm just going to put a little bit of anti-seize on these stainless bolts. They're going to come right out the next time. Not too much. You don't want them to back out, so you're just putting a little bit on. This will wick down when you go to put that on. We'll do that to each bolt. Now we're going to go install the thermostat back into the engine.